They call them militants and thugs in the history books, but they don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you that the Black Panther Party was created to protect Black people from police brutality and state violence. These weren't just angry young men with leather jackets and afros. They were organized, disciplined, and educated. They patrolled our neighborhoods with law books in one hand and legally owned rifles in the other, not to incite violence, but to make sure our people weren't being harassed, beaten, or killed without consequence. They were policing the police, holding the system accountable when nobody else would. And because they stood up for us, the government labeled them a threat. J. Edgar Hoover called them the greatest threat to internal security, not because they were dangerous to the people, but because they were dangerous to oppression. We need to remember that legacy. They weren't criminals. They were freedom fighters, defending Black life when no one else would.
We would stop. We would get out of the cars. We would walk up to the scene. Those who had rifles would carry them in the open, clearly visible.
We would stand at a distance where the police couldn't say they were interfering with their arrest or their detention of the individual, and make sure that there was no brutality.
We stood back with our weapons ready to throw down if necessary.
They would take the weapon and pass it across like this, and it would sweep right over the officer.
No one would do anything until a policeman ejected around in the chamber. Then we would all eject rounds in the chamber, and all up and down the street you could hear this clackety clack, 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 clack.
And then when the traffic stop or the incident's over, they bring the weapon down across by you like this and get back in their car and drive off. It was pretty intimidating.
We refer to ourselves as the vanguard, and we were setting by example a new course that we wanted the entire community to follow.